Greetings. This is Alicia Soikawa again from aliciasblog.com, and I am just here to kind of share an interesting experience that happened to me tonight. Actually, it was a fantastic day. We had a family day, went to Kingston Minion with some friends, and rode rides, and had a great time with the kids, and just really just enjoyed this absolutely oddly beautiful day in August. Usually it's ridiculously hot and humid, and it was just the perfect day to be outside at an amusement park. And so we had a great day, played all day long. Decided we would go to our local mall, and there's like a little playground, and let the kids have some dinner there. And Michael and I were gonna just chill out and then come home and have our juice for the cleanse because we're finishing up day 6 here. And I was just complaining, not really complaining, but just kind of saying to him, I just felt to Michael that I felt a little bit like, I don't know, just tired and overwhelmed. I think it was just the toxins kind of flowing around. And I have to say this too, when we parked, I kind of scolding Sebastian about his behavior because he is autistic. He has issues with kind of like outbursts and growling and having issues and sensory issues. And I was just telling him that he can't growl at people and that's not appropriate and that he shouldn't be making mean sounds to people. And I think I was just trying to protect him because I'm afraid he's going to do that to the wrong person one day is what I was thinking. And so anyways, fast forward, we're sitting in the playground area, and there's like an outside area where you can sit and watch your kids. And, we're there, everything's fine. And about 45 minutes into it, we're about to leave here soon. It's about 8:15 or so. I noticed this little boy literally trying to push Sebastian off this kind of higher up house thing. It's like these rubber things. And I don't think he would have broken a bone, clearly, but it wouldn't have felt good. And I just saw him being very aggressive with my son. So I kind of watched, and, Sebastian caught himself. And then Clover kind of came nearby, and she's smaller. And I was at peak attention. And then I noticed he was, trying to go after Sebastian again. And I thought, okay, this is not cool. What do I do? And I just had this immediate, maternal instinct that took over. And I got up, and I noticed Michael also saw it, and I was trying to get this boy's attention just to say, hey, don't push people. And I went on the corner, and I, called out to him, and he came over, and I said, hey, don't push people. And I was like, pointing at him to say, yeah, come over here, don't push people. And next thing I know, this crazy woman from across the mall, like on the other side behind us, down Huawei, I guess it was her son, she stood up and she went crazy. She started screaming at the top of her lungs. It echoed through the whole mall. It was embarrassing. And I was in total shock, and and it's funny because in the past I would have been that person that would have gotten into it and ran over there and fought with her and screamed and yelled at the same. But instead I kind of was it made me kind of wow, I just was wow, that woman has serious issues is what I thought immediately. I didn't think the way I usually think. And then I thought, wow, I just almost felt bad for her because if she's going to react that way, and clearly there's just something wrong inside of her is what I was thinking. So anyways, I sat down, and then she came over, I think, to confront me and more close. And my husband stood up and was like, you need to calm down. And she did end up calming down, but she said, you don't touch my son. And I said, well, your son was being physical with my son. And then she claimed that my son had spit at him, which of course we did not see. I'm not really sure the validity in that, but she, I think, was just finding some reasons to justify her son's behavior. And apparently her husband was across the way there, and he didn't say anything and was kind of avoiding her. Anyways, this whole thing happened. They end up leaving. Michael diffuses the situation. I did not engage. I just totally disengaged with her. I was not interested in a crazy street fight at the mall in front of my children and behaving in that manner. That's just not who I am as a person. I don't particularly care to have that kind of conflict in my life, especially over something so stupid as that. And it kind of bugged me. It sat with me, and I was thinking about things. And in the past, I think we would have gone on and on about how horrible that person was, how crazy that person was, which we did do. I will say that. I think it's a natural instinct to do that, to pick apart people and say, oh, they're just trash, da-da-da-da-da. But, I really was thinking about it as I was putting my children to bed tonight. I did have a conversation with my son, and I said, if you did spit at him, you cannot do that to other people because it's going to make people angry with you, and they're going to react to you because of that. So you cannot do that anymore. And I think what I should have done in hindsight, I talked to Michael about this, is that I should have just gone to my own children and said, hey, you guys, just stay over here, kind of stay out of the way, because you don't want to get in this kid's way. He's clearly has issues. Just stay away from him, And then I should have just been focused on my children and my situation and not other people. And I think it reflects a lot about life, and we're always trying to put our nose in other people's business, maybe, or trying to fix other people, or we think it's our job to fix outside things around us, when instead we need to just fix ourselves and our own homes and our own children and be responsible for that. And that was something I think I took away of it. I don't regret doing it, I will say that, and I'm sure there's mothers out there who are saying, right on, that's awesome, and don't regret it. It's a motherly instinct to stand up and protect your child, but I think in the future I learned my lesson and how I would handle it, because there are crazy people out there, and I don't want to be that trigger to have some psycho person embarrass me and my children in public. I don't think that's like what I'm about, or what most people are about, really. But and I think the biggest thing too is that what made me think that was the comment in the video I did yesterday about the world is your mirror. I really was thinking, like, what did I do to attract this woman to me? Literally, I thought that, and I think because of that, and I had that self-reflection, it really made me think about it and learn from the situation, instead of having this horrible feeling and being upset and letting that past moment kind of live on forever. I think that's what happens to a lot of people, is that you kind of like engage into something and it stays with you. It really stays with you, and you can't let it go. It really bothers you because you just feel like it's about you. And I know it's not about me. It's about her. But I also need to know that when I went towards her child, whether it was legitimate or not, that invited her into me, and I don't want that. So I think in the future I've learned my lesson in that, and I have to say, I think I saw a little bit of myself in her and acting crazy, because I think there was a time in my life when I was very hot-headed and brash and didn't think things through and just reacted over nothing and scared people around me. And I think it was a lesson for me to see that, number one, and number two, to see how far I've come as a person and how far I've grown and how far you can grow. So I see this to you, and I'm sharing this story to you because, you can make changes in yourself more than you will ever realize. And I think we have the power within us to do that, to fix ourselves in a way, to heal ourselves, to grow from everyday experiences. Like, that was just one experience that happened to me. I feel like I learned so much in that just small interaction. So I'm kind of grateful that it happened in a way, because today I was thinking, like, what am I going to video about? What am I going to talk about? I want to share something. I want to help someone. And I feel like a lot of people have interactions like that, whether it's at work or someone you don't like, or maybe a neighbor or someone that's bullying your kid. Many different instances. I think if you look at yourself and say, if the world is your mirror, what is it that you're seeing in them that's in yourself? Maybe you can help yourself change, and because you change, everything else around you changes. So hope that helps you out. It helped me out to kind of just talk it out before this video, and I felt compelled to just share that because I think so many people live in a world of reacting to things that happen to them instead of being proactive and choosing to be in situations that they choose to be in, instead of like getting sucked into someone's drama or sucked into negative situations like that. So I say rise above. Look at yourself first. Take care of your business and yourself and what you need to do, and not be worried so much about everyone else around you, and you'll be astounded probably at how much things change. So with that, have a beautiful Saturday night, and I think we're going to watch a movie here soon. So peace out.